This is an ABP Life podcast.
Hello everyone, welcome to Christmas Carnival on ABP Live podcast. I'm your host Niharika Nanda and once again I'm here with an amazing chef and culinary artist जो कि हमारे साथ share करेंगे एक amazing recipe for all of your Christmas along with some nice gossip and talks around Christmas itself. So today we have Chef Saloni Kukreja with us for the same. Welcome to the podcast, Chef. How are you?
Hi, Niharika. Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing good. Excited for the festive season, excited for Christmas. And yeah, I hope you are good as well.
Yes, I am, and I am super excited to have this conversation with you, to have this chat with you. So, how is the Christmas season happening around and in your kitchen? How are things going on?
It's been really busy, busier than I expected.
Right.
But I'm not complaining. We are
Hmm.
around a lot of sweets, so that's always a good thing. We're getting to taste a lot of fun stuff and experimenting with different kinds of recipes.
Right.
So it's been
This
really
has been like a
exciting and
constant
yeah, lots
answer
of
by all the chefs that it has been a very busy festive season. I think it is a very constant thing with all the people in this entire culinary business.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. I think both like Diwali, around Diwali as well as Christmas, it just
Right.
gets so hectic.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's fun. We love doing this. So
So, chef, what is that one dish or any particular dish that probably that was made in your family or that you make that is like a constant every year on Christmas or that you really love
oh,
around
I
Christmas?
would definitely. I love making. So they're two different, I think. I think
Yeah,
we
yeah,
always
please.
make like cookies every year.
Okay.
So cookies is definitely a constant. I think it's just maybe the shape would change or like the flavor would change, whether it's a spiced cookie or a gingerbread. So cookies are always constant.
Right.
And what I personally love making are Yule logs. And this year we made one. We did a chocolate, strawberry, and brandy one, which
Oh,
came out
wow.
really, really yum. So I love decorating them, and it's essentially like a Swiss roll, like a cake like that. So I love decorating them. I think they're so fun to play around with flavor wise as well, and yeah, look wise as well.
Absolutely. And like you mentioned, gingerbread is something that you really like during Christmas. I mean, being a millennial, actually being a zillennial, because I am in that middle category, not a millennial, not a Gen Z. So, uh, gingerbread house and the entire concept of gingerbread, it is so amazing that today we are living in a world jahan par, a decade back, it was only something that we used to see in shows and cartoons. And today we are living in a world where we can actually make it at home, and chefs like you are giving us tutorials to make them. So how amazing is this fusion and this coming together of cultures, isn't it?
For sure, definitely. I think even growing up, like so many things that we saw on TV, even in like cartoons and things like that. And
Right.
like like now we would never imagine like actually making those things, and like eating
Exactly.
them
Like
and
I,
trying
I
out,
remember
different
even about a
ingredients and things
decade
like
back, I
that.
don't think anyone used to make hot chocolate even in India. It was again one of those things that you used to just watch in fancy cookery shows and all these sitcoms and everything. And today, look at it. It's like an every year ritual almost that has sort of come around for everyone. So, chef, any
Yes. And then,
particular?
things are
Yeah.
getting better, like you're getting better quality.
No, no, please continue. Sorry.
Sorry, no, I'm just saying you're getting better quality ingredients as well.
Yeah.
So, we
Exactly.
have access to so many better local ingredients. So it's really cool.
Absolutely. Now things like that don't sound very alien कि oh my god ये सब कहाँ से मिलेगा ये क्या बोल रहे हैं. It is a very everyday thing, so that's really nice. So chef,
For
any
sure,
particular Christmas
definitely.
special memory that you have from maybe your childhood or any time during your entire Christmas experience?
Yeah, I think that on like 24th every year, like we were a part of this club. So I remember
Okay.
going for like a Christmas party over there.
Oh,
And the thing was that basically you have to stay through the whole party to
hmm.
get the gift at the end. So it was like a very
Oh,
tactical thing. to do everything there. And then it was
Right.
really like very weird thing, but you basically got a chit in the beginning.
Hmm.
So I used to wait till the end so I can sort of deposit that chit and the present. And it's
Okay.
your parent who's giving you the present only,
Hmm.
but it's just yeah, I think we used to do that pretty much every year when I was a kid.
That's really
Yeah.
nice, and it sort of keeps the anticipation going. If I was in such a party, मैं तो मतलब party
Yeah.
enjoy कर ही ना पाती. I would constantly be thinking कि क्या
Yeah.
gift मिलेगा.
Same.
So any
वही
gift
होता
that
था.
you remember from those days, any gift that was very special and you were like super excited for that.
My parents were not the best gift givers. We always got like board games.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was really the thing. But I remember we used to do the stockings and the, leaving cookies for Santa,
Right.
kind of thing. And then, so I remember once what happened was that I left the stocking and then I wanted a new phone. So I put a note and everything. Didn't get a new phone, but I remember my dad put a 1,000 rupee note in the stocking. Okay.
Hmm.
And then the next day I went to my mom. Oh, Santa gave me $1,000, and then she was like, "What rubbish?" She didn't believe me, and I showed. And that time, like 1,000 was like a lot of
Yeah, it
money.
was a
And she,
huge
her face was, yeah, her face was priceless. It was really funny. Um, yeah, but I mostly got board games and like
Hmm.
things like that, more like books and things, so that you
Yeah,
can like
same.
learn
I
about
remember
stuff.
encyclopedias being given to me as gifts on Christmas when you are expecting something more interesting. I mean, as a kid,
Yeah,
5, 6 year old, किसको इंटरेस्ट है यार encyclopedia पढ़ने पे उस एज में. Everyone wants something more exciting and something, more giftish, if that's a word.
for
So chef, because we have,
sure.
and of course एक chef है आज हमारे साथ, तो how can we not have a nice Christmas recipe? So what would you like to share with us today?
For sure. Awesome. So today I'm going to show people how to make, like we were talking about hot chocolate. So now
Right.
you can make your own hot chocolate premix. And I love
Lovely.
this because you can, play around with flavors, do
Hmm.
a lot of different things with it. It's really straightforward. You make the premix, just put it in your cup or glass, and then just put hot milk over it, mix it, and you can drink it. So it's a
Lovely.
really convenient
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
a sort of
So I'm gonna just chill.
removes the entire hassle out of the entire process.
So I just I'm taking a cup, like a
Small
cup
jar.
here, I guess. Yeah, you can just put it in a jar.
Okay.
And so first thing I'm going to add is the sugar. So you can
Right.
use any sweetener that you want. Brown sugar works, jaggery works. The thing, what I like about white sugar, like caster sugar, which is a finer sugar, is that
Hmm.
it takes up flavor really well.
Okay.
So if you want to add, like I'm going to be adding vanilla to it. So I'll mix the sugar with the vanilla. Another great flavor is orange. So
Hmm.
if they want to just mix the orange zest with the sugar, so it'll add really nice flavor. So it'll be like a chocolate orange hot chocolate.
Right.
So we'll add about 3 tablespoons of sugar.
So this is the normal sugar that we use at home.
And so this is a caster sugar, which is a fine sugar. You
Hmm.
can use normal sugar as well, but I would recommend कि just pulse it a little bit in the mixie तो थोड़ा powder हो जाए, because if it's powdered, it'll firstly
Absorb better.
dissolve faster, and if you put any flavoring, it'll absorb that better as well.
Okay, so that's a nice tip
And
for
then so
our audience.
and orange tastes really yum. Like vanilla is the classic, but I love
Hmm.
the combination of dark chocolate and orange.
Orange.
So that's really nice. So I'm taking a little bit of vanilla. You can use
Okay.
I have like some vanilla bean paste, but you can
Hmm.
use extract as well. So
Okay.
thoda sa I'm just gonna mix it with the sugar.
Perfect.
And then you can store this like outside also for a really long time. So
Hmm.
just make like a bunch of the premix and just, and then whenever you feel like hot chocolate, you can drink it.
It's ready to go.
Correct. And yeah, it's pretty much mixed in. You can, if people don't want to use sugar, even jaggery tastes really nice with chocolate. So
Okay.
like jaggery, I would recommend jaggery. Yeah, like instead of the sugar, we can put jaggery powder as well.
Lovely. So that also gives a healthy twist to the entire recipe.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of people just trying to avoid sugar, so it's always better to
Hmm.
have an option.
Right, right.
So that's mixed in. So this is my vanilla sugar. This is also really nice. Like if you want to do like make vanilla sugar for baking, so you
Hmm.
just mix it and keep it. It as long as it sits,
Hmm.
the vanilla flavor will sorry keep on enhancing. So it's
Oh,
always
nice.
nice to make vanilla sugar.
Never heard of something like that.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yeah. And then I'm using cocoa powder. So I'm using like
Okay.
normal natural cocoa powder. So you
Okay.
get two types. One is natural, which is lighter, and then you get a darker cocoa. I prefer using the natural one. With dark cocoa, it just gets a little too intense, I feel.
Okay.
But if you like the color of dark
Hmm.
cocoa, you can add like a blend of both.
Okay.
So that will be nice as well. But using a plastic. So we'll add about 4 tablespoons of the cocoa.
Okay. I never knew that there are two types of cocoa powders as well. I am really a novice at this.
So one is natural and one they process it. That's why it becomes so dark.
Okay. Right.
And so I'll just mix this
Hmm.
in. And then we'll add a little bit of milk powder.
Okay.
I would recommend like you put milk powder because what it does is it adds a lot of texture to the overall drink.
Okay.
Like skip कर अगर skip करे तो बहुत light हो जाता है. So with this थोड़ा
Acha.
मतलब
Thodi
mouth feel में
thickness
मतलब texture
uh, comes in the hot chocolate. Right.
it's like concentrated milk, and it's just a
Okay.
nice like dairy flavor, like like chocolate,
Mm-hmm.
chocolate dairy flavor.
Right. So it mixes also really well.
So I'll do yeah, I'll do like 2 tablespoons of milk powder.
Okay. Chef, could you just push it a little away from the screen? थोड़ा visible नहीं है. Like the jar.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah.
So milk powder is in, and a pinch of salt. Always add salt.
Okay.
So what salt does, it really enhances the flavor of chocolate.
Hmm.
So it's always nice to put through. Anything, any baking, you should always add some salt. It balances with the sugar, and it's
Okay.
really like if it's chocolate, then
Hmm.
add salt.
So I heard this thing in one of these shows only sitcoms that I watch. Um, chocolate milk is a thing in countries outside India. So they said that if we add a pinch of salt in chocolate milk, the same thing that you said, it enhances the entire taste. So that's true.
Yes, it is. It's
Okay.
like yeah, it works with like pretty much everything, like salt and sugar in balance. Like it really brings the flavor out. And
Okay.
with chocolate, like there's so many notes of like there's astringency, bitterness, sweetness with the sugar added. So it just really amplifies everything.
Okay.
And
I
yeah,
always
so
thought that if something is sweet, then it should be sweet, and if something is savory, it should be savory. I never thought that mixing the sweet and savory bits can actually enhance the flavor.
yeah, it's all about like creating a balance in the food. Like sweet
Right,
will always be more sweet, but just salty kind of helps add to the flavor.
right, right.
Cool. So this is a big premix, and like the base is vanilla only. I'm going to
Hmm.
add a little bit of coffee powder. So if you want like it to
Oh,
be again like yeah, coffee
I am a fan
also
already. I am
enhances
obsessed with coffee.
so coffee also enhances the flavor of chocolate actually. So in a lot of like chocolate cake recipes and things like that, people add coffee in that as well.
Okay.
So this is just instant coffee powder
Hmm.
that I'm adding to this. And yeah, it's optional again, like depends on
Hmm.
what flavor you want. This will be kind of like a mocha hot
Coffee
chocolate.
taste. Oh, I love mocha. Mocha is one of my favorite types of coffee. So I am definitely making this mix for myself.
And then lastly, this one is optional, but again, like I spoke about, adding body to the hot chocolate mix. So it's just a little bit of corn flour that I'm adding.
Okay.
So this will also help thicken up
Thicken
hot
the
chocolate.
entire hot chocolate, right?
I don't like too much of it, so I'm just
Hmm.
going to put like 1 teaspoon in this whole.
Okay. So approximately how many cups do you think can this mix make?
I would say like a good 8 to 10 cups.
Really? Wow.
More than that, actually. Yeah.
That's pretty
It's
good.
pretty, it's pretty good. Like you just need like one teaspoon. If you like it like extra chocolatey, you can do
Hmm.
tablespoon, sorry. You can add 2 tablespoons as well.
Okay. Chef,
And
you can
yeah,
share
it's
the
pretty much
quantities
ready.
with me, and I'm going to add
I'll
them
actually
in the description of the video and the podcast as well for all my audience.
that I'll send it to you. Cool. And yeah, that's our hot chocolate mix.
Wow. And that
Again, you
was
can
so
flavor it with
quick. It
anything
took
you
like
like.
hardly 5 minutes.
Yeah, hardly 5 minutes, and you can just store it and keep it, for
Right.
really long whenever you feel like it. And make the hot chocolate. You can put some cream on top or marshmallows. So
Lovely.
yeah, it's ready.
Perfect. It's perfect. And plus, again, it takes out the entire hassle because half the time, at least, I am a very lazy person. So if I have to
Yeah.
actually start cooking, then it's an entire process for me and it requires a lot of motivation कि okay मैं kitchen में जाऊं and मैं इतनी मेहनत करूं and then मैं कुछ बनाऊं. So this really is a motivation for people, lazy people like me. That okay, my mix is ready. It'll take 5 minutes. I just have to boil the milk and add the mix. So that's the easiest part, I would say.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
So, chef, tell me about yourself and tell me about how your journey with cooking and journey with food started.
Sure, definitely. So I actually started creating content. That's the like that's what I started with.
Hmm.
This was back in 2014, and
Okay,
I
wow.
started on Instagram primarily, and and then I had a WordPress blog as well.
Hmm.
So that time, I actually wanted to go to cooking school, but just things didn't work out. So
Right.
then I ended up, just pursuing a normal bachelor's
Hmm.
degree here.
Right.
And but I always like wanted to be around food in any way possible, and that's when I started creating content around it and had my WordPress blog, and that was going on. I didn't cook as much that time. It was
Hmm.
mostly like me trying to, cover food events happening in Mumbai or like doing, just talking about what I'm eating and what's going on in the city.
Right. Right.
And then like I sort of learned, like I didn't know what I was doing because I was 17 years old. So I was just figuring stuff out about food
Right.
and just like, developing my and just expanding my food knowledge as well. And yeah, I did that for about 5 years, and like throughout my degree college, and then I did it 2 years full time.
Hmm.
And then I was like, I finally need to go to cooking school. I
Hmm.
did start cooking. Actually started cooking pretty early on in school, but
Okay.
yeah, I just
So
continued
you
on.
were that kid,
Yeah, after I started.
who used to have very nice tiffins, and everyone used to be behind that tiffin. ये तो खाना है, इनका tiffin तो खाना है.
Yeah.
You were that kid.
So I remember, yeah, we had like one class
Hmm.
in like eighth standard, and that time it was like home cooking, like just होता है ना home science.
Oh,
So
right,
that
right.
was the
Yeah.
class, and I was like in my group, I was the only one who used to cook. Like everyone else used to just stand and be like, okay, she's just figure it out.
Okay, she'll do
And
it.
yeah, that's
हम
when I was like,
खड़े हैं ये कर लेंगे.
yeah, that's when I realized that I like being in kitchen and I like cooking. Yeah, that
Right.
was like my first exposure to the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after my blogging, I went and I studied cuisine and pastry both, and then yeah, I'm back to Bombay creating content.
Okay.
Yeah, taking up projects and creating menus like
But I
that.
think it's nice that you realized your dream so long ago and you stuck to
Yeah,
it. Even when you couldn't study it in the beginning,
yeah,
but then also you pursued it and then you studied it and look at you now. A chef plus a
Yeah, it's
content
been a
creator.
journey, but
Right,
yeah. Yeah, yeah. I've got pretty lucky that I found my calling early on.
right.
Yeah, it's been good.
That's really nice. So, how has the content creation part of it been?
A roller coaster, if I may say so.
Hmm.
It was like my content was very different. Social media has changed. The kind of content people
Massively,
are
massively.
consuming has changed massively. So a lot of adjustments, but I think that's life. You gotta
Yeah,
adjust.
absolutely, absolutely.
And we So I learned a lot of things along the ways. All thanks to social media, and I made a lot of connections. Met so many people in the industry through social media. So I'm not complaining because like half these opportunities that I wouldn't have got, if it wasn't for connecting with people online. So yeah, it's been a learning curve for
Right,
sure, and
right.
every day is a learning curve, honestly.
That is
But
true.
it's fun. Like I love doing this.
So, how
Yeah, I
was
think
your
that's what's important.
2022?
It was good. I was actually I went to cooking school. I came back last year
Okay,
in
so that's pretty recent
September.
then.
So yeah, I was living in Vancouver, and then I
Hmm.
got back to India. So just for first half of the year, just took me to settle in. Like it
Settle
took
back
six
in.
months to just settle in.
Right,
And creating the studio, sort of figuring out, the content bit mostly. But
right.
it's been a good year. I think I'm just happy to be home. It's a
Yeah.
little tough living away,
And
especially
that
when
too, I
like
think
COVID
you must be
happened and
there
things
around
like
COVID. That would have probably been
exactly.
worse.
I went when COVID
Oh
happened.
God.
Yeah. It
So,
was good though. Like
yeah.
I'm glad that I got the opportunity to study as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Because many of these people who actually planned ki they'll go, they couldn't go only. So at least you
Yes,
went and
exactly.
you could learn the way you wanted to.
Correct. Yeah, definitely.
Otherwise,
And
online classes would have been blah.
not for, no, not for like even especially like cooking school, needs to be hands on. Like
Yeah,
you
exactly, exactly. So what was
right?
like
और घर पे तो मतलब होती ही नहीं पड़ा.
exactly. In 2022, what all did you do? Like collaborations with other bakers and chefs, or any particular thing that you really enjoyed this year?
Yes, for sure. I mean, I started doing a lot of collaboration videos, in a couple of months ago. So it's really been exciting because I've never like this whole platform of bringing two people together and,
Right.
us making a video. So it's been cool to see different people, creating content in such a different manner, even though you all make the same kind of content. Like the approach is so different. So it's always like fun to collaborate with people and learn new things about them, and their whole style of cooking. And yeah,
Absolutely.
this year's been good. I didn't travel too much because I was like, I want to stay home.
Hmm. You had
Like
had
3 years
your
was
fair
enough
share
for
of
me.
travel for a while.
Yeah. Not taking a long flight for a very long time now. Yeah, but
So
most of
let's
the time
yeah.
it took me
No,
just
no, please.
to,
Please go ahead. Go
yeah,
ahead.
those it just took me to like figure out, yeah, like our style of
Right.
creating content, building a team, which is a little new for me.
Hmm.
So that was great for like content side of things. Yeah, and then I was working as well, so just learning things and growing. That's what
Right.
2022 was. Yeah.
That is nice. So let's end this fun conversation on a fun Christmas note. Let's play a small rapid fire and about all things Christmas. And let's see, I'm sure that you'll have fun.
Yeah,
Okay. So,
let's do
what
it.
would you prefer on a cold Christmas evening? A cup of hot chocolate or a cup of hot coffee?
Ooh, oh, that's so tough. Hot
I know.
chocolate, I think, with a shot of
Right.
coffee.
Oh, best of both worlds.
The both works.
Okay, so what would you prefer? Maybe something like a Secret Santa or getting gifts from everyone?
I think Secret Santa, I love surprise presents. So I think I would say Secret Santa.
Right. If it had would have been me, I would say more the merrier, gifts from everyone.
I'd rather not know. I like the
That's also the mystery is also, a very major part of gifting.
for sure, definitely.
Okay, so what is your favorite Christmas movie?
Favorite Christmas movie? I would say Home Alone. That's a
Ah,
classic. I watch it every year on the 24th.
absolutely. Mine
Yeah,
too.
we had like a tradition. Yeah, my best friend and I we used to watch Home Alone and drink hot chocolate from Starbucks with cinnamon every
Perfect.
24th.
Perfect Christmas evening. Okay.
Enjoy.
So, what would you prefer, spending Christmas with a family or spending Christmas with your friends?
Mm, family, I think. New Year's is more friends vibe. Christmas is more
Right. Christmas is more family wala
family.
vibe. Right. Absolutely. And how would you spend your Christmas? Maybe holed up inside your blanket watching a Christmas movie or roaming around outside with the entire city decorated?
Ooh. Oh, I like both. I think outside, I'm at home way too often, so maybe
Right.
leave the house for once.
Yeah, that's true. And plus, movie marathons can happen throughout the year, but the city won't be decorated with the whole Christmassy vibe other than that time, right?
That's
It,
true.
I absolutely, with the confusion that you had in so many choices now, same here. You cannot
Yeah,
choose
very
something
difficult
just
rapid
exactly.
fire. I
It's
know.
right. It was so nice talking to you, Chef Saloni. I really enjoyed myself, and I am definitely going to make that mix, and I'm going to post a picture of it and tag you for sure.
I can't wait for you to try it. I know you're going to love it because hot
Yes.
chocolate and coffee.
Perfect, perfect combination. Combination made in heaven. Thank you so much for joining me and wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a really Happy New Year.
Thank you so much for having me. This was really fun, and I hope we can do it again soon.
Yes, absolutely. And next time, hopefully in person.
Done. Done.
Thank you
Sounds
so
good.
much. Yes, absolutely.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for joining me.
Thank you. Bye.